Hello and welcome to another video from PowerDirector Made Simple. Today's video is number 3 in the series of title editing, and this one is all about the advanced title editor. There's a lot of material to cover, so I'm going to go over some of the initial information quite fast because it is the same as was presented in the previous video about the quick edit menu. I strongly suggest that you watch both of the 2 previous videos about title editing. Number 74, direct editing in the preview window, and number 75, the quick edit menu. Now you are looking at PowerDirector 365. Once again, I have a stock video from Getty Images, and below it is a plain text default title. I have set the duration for both clips to 10 seconds. There are 2 main methods to open the advanced editor. Either hit F2, which will go directly to the editor, or click the blue edit button to open the quick edit menu, and from there, click the advanced button in the lower right. At the top, there are 3 main tabs: Styles, Property, and Animations. I'll start by looking at the Styles tab. These are the same 20 presets that were visible on the quick edit menu. The only difference here is down towards the bottom is the Save Preset button, which allows you to come up with your own font, color, and other attributes, and then save them for ease in using them anytime in the future. For this video, I'll choose the third one, red text with a white border. Just to the right of the tab for the presets, at the top is another tab for special effects. These are the same effects seen in the quick edit menu, except now when you select one, such as the fire effect, additional controls open for each chosen special effect. I'm going to choose the first one in the looks category. I'm going to set the size and the density up to max, and I'll keep the fire direction at around 100. I'll return the playhead to start and then click on play to see what that looks like. Now when done, I'm going to decide not to use any of these special effects, so I'm going to click on No Effect. The next tab at the top is the Properties tab. Now everything here is identical to what is seen in the Quick Edit menu, right down to the items of backdrop, reflection, and motion blur towards the bottom. Now before moving on, I'm going to change the font size to 26. I'm going to start with the backdrop, which is a very handy feature and allows you to add a backdrop behind your text to make it stand out. I can first click on the background type, which determines the shape of the backdrop. I'm going to choose the second one with the radiused ends. Below that is an interesting drop-down menu for a color choice. The backdrop can be a solid color, a 2-color gradient, or even an image. Let's first try a different color instead of the default gray. I'll click on the color box and I'll select black. If I don't like a solid color, I'll click on the down arrow and select a 2-color gradient. I'll change the start color to a yellow, and then I'm going to change the end color to a light red. If I don't like the gradient choice, I'll go back to the drop-down menu and choose an image. PowerDirector opens up a Windows Explorer window, allowing you to browse and use any image file that you want. I'm going to select one of my stored backgrounds called Space 4 and click Open. Now, other controls include the opacity. I'm going to set mine to about 60%. The offset functions can move the background up down, left, or right in relation to the text, and the ability to flip it either horizontally or vertically. Now, after background is the reflection feature. I'll put a check mark to enable it, and immediately you can see the results of the reflection in the preview window. You can change the distance the reflection appears from the text and the opacity. Sometimes the lower the capacity, the more realistic it looks. I'm going to set my distance to about 2 and the opacity to about 50%. I think that looks good and a little bit more realistic to me. But just for this video, I'm going to turn off the reflection by removing the check mark. Now next is the motion blur feature, which I'll enable. Now this feature only works if you have some sort of animation applied to the text. For example, I'm going to click on the Animation tab and apply the Scroll Left animation. Now notice that Cyberlink warns that the backdrop and other special effects will need to be removed in order to fully enable the motion blur. Now from here, I'm going to click on No and then go back to the Properties tab. In the past, I've tried various settings for the motion blur, but each time it seems to stutter during the motion blur and provides very little change to a blur effect. I prefer the motion blur to be turned off, but your opinion may differ. And for now, I'm just going to keep it off. And finally are the same two features found in the Quick Edit menu, the Blend feature and the Position and Size feature. Now this is where we begin to have a little fun with the additional controls. Now the blend mode would seem to be the same as before, but on the right side of the control, you can see these small diamonds. If you hover your mouse over any diamond, it says Add or Remove Current Keyframe. If you are not familiar with keyframes, this technique allows you to make specific things happen at various times of the duration of the clip. For example, our current duration time of the title is 10 seconds. Now, keyframing could allow us to start with the opacity at 100% and eventually change it to a 50% opacity at any point we choose during those 10 seconds. Okay, this has been a lot of material to cover, and the very best is yet to come. I'll bet it's a few things that many of you didn't think was possible or have never seen before. Actually, you have seen it before if you've watched the 2 previous videos. Just what is it? Well, in order to keep these individual videos from dragging on and on, you'll just have to watch the next video, number 77, the Title Editor Revisited Part 5. Yes, these various title text editors are probably the most complicated and most capable parts of PowerDirector. If you've watched my videos in this series up to this point, then hopefully somebody out there has learned at least one thing. So here's a big thank you to everyone for watching this. I know this has taken a lot of your time, so I think I'll leave off the musical ending just for now. The YouTube copyright police will be happy with me for once. If you've liked this video, then hit that like button. And for all of you that haven't yet subscribed, what the heck is wrong with you? Hit that subscribe button. I'll see you all on the next conclusion to this advanced title editor.